the shared history of India and Pakistan. Welcome to this exploration of the intertwined history of India and Pakistan. Today, we're going to journey through thousands of years of shared heritage, the painful separation of these nations, and their complex relationship in the modern world. Let's begin by traveling back in time. Thousands of years ago, one of the world's oldest urban civilizations flourished along the Indus River Valley in what is now Pakistan and northwestern India. These ancient peoples built remarkable cities with advanced drainage systems and created a sophisticated culture that laid the foundation for the region's rich heritage. Fast forward to the 19th century, when the British East India Company had established firm control over most of the Indian subcontinent. After a major uprising in 1857, the British government took direct control, creating what became known as the British Raj. This period of colonial rule would last nearly a century, profoundly shaping the region's future. As the 20th century dawned, something powerful was stirring across the land: the desire for freedom. Two major political movements emerged during this time. The Indian National Congress advocated for a united, independent India, while the Muslim League, led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, pushed for a separate Muslim state. The Muslim League worried that Muslims would face discrimination in a Hindu-majority India, and felt that only a separate nation could protect their rights and identity. Now, here's where our story takes a dramatic turn. As independence from British rule approached, tensions between Hindu and Muslim communities intensified. In 1947, the British announced their plan to divide British India into two independent nations: India, with a Hindu majority, and Pakistan, with a Muslim majority. On August 14th and 15th of 1947, Pakistan and India officially gained their independence. Interestingly, Pakistan was initially split into two separate territories: West Pakistan, which is modern-day Pakistan, and East Pakistan, which later became Bangladesh in 1971. These two parts of the same country were separated by more than 1,000 miles of Indian territory. Sadly, this division of the subcontinent led to one of the largest and most tragic migrations in human history. Millions of Muslims moved to Pakistan, while millions of Hindus and Sikhs moved to India. This massive population exchange was marred by terrible violence, with estimated deaths ranging from several 100,000 to 2 million people. Countless families were torn apart, losing both loved ones and ancestral homes in the chaos. A crucial flashpoint in the emerging relationship between these new nations centered around the region of Kashmir. When British India was being divided, the different princely states had to choose whether to join India or Pakistan. Kashmir presented a unique challenge. It had a Muslim majority population, but was ruled by a Hindu Maharaja, or king. The ruler initially hoped to keep Kashmir independent, but after Pakistani tribesmen invaded the region, he decided to join India instead. This controversial decision sparked the First Kashmir War between India and Pakistan from 1947 to 1948. The conflict ended with a ceasefire mediated by the United Nations, establishing a boundary known as the Line of Control. However, the fundamental dispute over Kashmir remained unresolved and continues to this day. Over the decades that followed, tensions between India and Pakistan would erupt into several more military confrontations. In 1965, the Second Kashmir War broke out, another brief but intense conflict over the disputed territory. Just 6 years later, in 1971, fighting erupted again during the Bangladesh Liberation War, which ultimately led to East Pakistan gaining independence as Bangladesh. Then, in 1999, the Kargil War brought renewed violence to the Kashmir region. Adding to these tensions was a new and dangerous development: nuclear weapons. India conducted its first nuclear test in 1974, with Pakistan following suit in 1998. This nuclear dimension has raised the stakes significantly in any potential conflict between the two nations, as both now possess the capability to cause devastating destruction. In our present day, relations between India and Pakistan remain complicated and frequently strained. The countries continue to disagree over several key issues, including territorial disputes, particularly Kashmir. Water-sharing rights for rivers that flow through both nations, and accusations of supporting terrorism. Despite these persistent challenges, there have been periodic efforts to improve relations through diplomatic talks, cultural exchanges, and trade agreements. It's worth noting that beneath the political tensions, India and Pakistan share deep cultural connections. Both nations enjoy similar cuisines, with aromatic spices and flavorful dishes. Music and literature flow across borders, touching hearts on both sides. The shared passion for cricket is particularly notable. Matches between India and Pakistan draw enormous audiences and evoke intense emotions. And perhaps most poignantly, many families separated during the partition still maintain connections across these national boundaries. The story of India and Pakistan illustrates both the pain of division and the enduring connections between peoples with shared histories and cultures. Through understanding this complex relationship, we gain insight into the vital importance of dialogue, cooperation, and peace between neighboring nations. Their journey continues to evolve, with hopes that the future might bring greater understanding and harmony to this significant corner of our world. Thank you for listening to this exploration of the intertwined histories of India and Pakistan, two nations whose story continues to unfold before our eyes.